Welcome back to Ravens Today. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video. Ladies and gentlemen, round one pick is official with Malachi Starks officially a Raven. I am all for this pick. I, again, wanted an edge or a defensive lineman as our first pick, but again, I've also mentioned that Malachi Starks would not be a bad pick. I think that the Ravens drafted the next player available at number 27, and Malachi Starks is the guy the Ravens went with, and I think that this was a great pick for the Ravens. I think this was an awesome move for the Ravens to go with Malachi Starks. He's a phenomenal player, a phenomenal talent, and I believe he will definitely be a absolute unit that the Ravens will be able to utilize and be able to optimize their defense with him as he develops as a Raven. I think the Ravens are very happy with this pick. I'm happy with this pick, and I'm happy to say that, or glad to say that I was wrong in what the Ravens were going to do on draft night. Unlike all these other media personnel that were that try to cover themselves up and not admitting they're wrong, I can say that I was wrong. The Ravens went with Malachi Starks, and again, think this was the best pick that the Ravens could have asked for, and I can't wait to see what Malachi Starks will do as a Raven. That also comes into question: will Malachi Starks fit well as a Raven in this, in their, in their organization, in their system? And will he play like a Raven? That mentality of just get him, and get him. Like Kyle Hamilton has that, Roquan Smith has that. I think Malachi Starks will definitely have that Ravens mentality. I think he will bring that to the locker room. I think he will bring that to Zach Orr's defense. I think that he will be one of the better picks that Eric DeCosta has ever had. While Eric DeCosta has cooked in most of his draft picks, I think this one will be one of the better ones. I think that Malachi Starks will definitely bring that Ravens play like a Raven mentality, and I just am looking forward to seeing him strap on the Ravens purple and get out there on the field. And also, Eric DeCosta did have to say that Malachi Starks fit all of the boxes, or checked all the boxes, I should say, when he was interviewing him on all the Zoom calls, all of the face-to-face interactions, and he said that he's just a phenomenal player, and if he had fallen to them, he would be the first one that they would have drafted. And guess what? It happened, and now we have him. I'm just really looking forward to seeing him play like a Raven and be able to, bring that Ravens mentality to this organization. And I think he's going to be a phenomenal teammate in the locker room. He is a Georgia product, so you know that Todd Monken is going to be very excited with, another Georgia alum in the building, as he was the former offensive coordinator from Georgia. So, he probably knows him very well. Again, he was the offensive coordinator, so it wasn't his, department. But again, he's, he coached at Georgia for years, and I think that he is looking forward for another Georgia product coming to Baltimore. Where will he fit on the Ravens defense? I think that this will definitely be able to utilize Kyle Hamilton in a more freedom perspective, where Kyle Hamilton's able to move around the field more often, and Starks will be able to help cover him in the missing zones, and Kyle Hamilton won't have to be a help covering the zones that Marcus Williams was missing, Eddie Jackson was missing next to him. So he'll have Starks there next to him and covering for him. I think that the Ravens can utilize him in a corner position if they wanted to. They can bring him up as a fifth man for a blitz. So he's an all around player on defense, in my opinion. He could again, just be, you know, another corner. He could be safety next to Kyle Hamilton. He could be, a blitz man. So again, the Ravens got more than they bargained for with Malachi Starks, and this just allows the defense to breathe a little bit more, especially Kyle Hamilton being able to have that freedom again, and not have to cover for Brandon Stevens when Stevens would miss his wide receiver 100% of the time. So again, this helps out the defense as a whole. This helps out Kyle Hamilton, and watching Malachi Starks be put in multiple positions or positions per se on the defense is definitely going to be a game changer for the Ravens, and allow them to move more freely. What is to come in this next couple of rounds, and then in the next couple of days, I think that the Ravens are going to start putting in emphasis on more depth in the corner, in the defensive line, in the edge, and the offensive line. I think that we have 11 draft picks to work with, a lot of draft capital to work with, or well, we have 10 now with this pick. So in the next couple of days, I think the Ravens will draft some offensive linemen, draft some defensive linemen, maybe one or two corners, and some pass edgers. So I do think that maybe the Ravens will throw a hat in there for a tight end, like I've said in previous videos, or a wide receiver. It wouldn't surprise me, but it's just for as like a contingency plan with all of the contracts that are coming up in this season, and just it wouldn't surprise me at all if this is the case. So but again, the emphasis is on defense, on the trenches, and in both defense and offense, uh, and in the corner position. I think that this is how the Ravens are going to plan this out moving forward, and I'm super excited to see who else becomes a Raven, who else is going to be strapping on the purple, and I will keep you guys updated on everything as the draft goes on, and giving you all the updates of if there are any trades that are happening in this draft, because anything can happen in this draft, because the Browns and the Jaguars had traded the number 2 pick, and really wasn't expecting that. But again, anything can happen. If you disagree with if Starks was a great pick for the Ravens in the first round, comment down below. My name is Connor Gioffreda. Thank you for tuning into the Ravens Today Show. I will keep you all updated as the draft goes on. Can't wait to see who else becomes a Raven. Have a good one.